All right, today we are talking about the cheapest places to buy your emergency stockpile food. I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, with over 1,200 recipes and tips to save you money with our new hardcover and color pictures available now. Almost 600 pages, livingonadime.com. All right, today we are talking about the cheapest places to buy your emergency stockpile food. It does make a difference, so let's get started. Number 1, canned dinners. Now, what do I mean by canned dinners? I mean like your raviolis, your SpaghettiOs, your stews, your easy canned dinners that you can just open up and eat it straight out of the can if you need to. Walmart is the cheapest place to buy those. Now, I compared Walmart, Costco, Kroger, and Big Lots, and those are the 4 that I did, and that's the cheapest for my part of the country, which is Colorado. Okay. Next, beans. Dried beans specifically, but also canned beans. Any type of beans. I'm talking beans, dried form and canned form, are both cheaper at Walmart. Yes, they are cheaper at Walmart. Next, cooking oil. Now, cooking oil is cheaper at Costco, believe it or not. You can get the big things of cooking oil. Now, cooking oil is for a short to medium term storage, like, I don't know, whatever your definition of that is, but up to about 18 months. Cooking oil will last a year to 18 months, kind of depends. But cooking oil does go bad, but it is the cheapest, and you do need some for your emergency stockpile. Honey. Honey is the cheapest at Costco. Now, honey will last forever, so it's a long term. We're talking years. I have some honey in my basement that's been there like 7 years, and it's still good. Honey will last 10, 15 years. If it crystallizes, just heat it up and warm it back up, and it will re-liquefy. It's perfectly safe to use, but it is cheapest at Costco. Macaroni and cheese, another super easy prepper dinner. I'm telling you, when the fecal matter hits the oscillation unit, you're not going to care if you're having to eat macaroni and cheese and canned dinners. You're just going to want something that's easy and that will give you sustaining life for a few more hours. So macaroni and cheese, Walmart is the place that's cheapest for that. I stock up there. Spices. So here's the thing, guys. You would think I'm going to say Costco and Walmart for spices, but guess what? Big Lots is actually the cheaper place to get spices. Yes, it really is. You get 4 ounces for the $1 for the little container versus 3 ounces at Walmart and all the other places. Costco, you have to get the great big honking things. I don't like getting the great big things of spices, and I'll tell you why. Because the longer your package can stay closed and sealed, the longer your foods stay good. So you really don't want the great big things of seasonings, with the exception of the Montreal seasoning, which I love at Costco. Other than that, specialty seasoning, I get everything else at Big Lots. It's a lot cheaper. You can stock up and you get more for your money. Flour. Now, here's the thing with flour. Walmart is actually the cheapest for flour, but the price really isn't that much of a difference between anywhere. Even Amish supply stores, I asked my assistant in Minnesota, she looked for me. It's really not any cheaper in Minnesota, or at the Amish supply, in Minnesota at the Amish supplies place. Flour is pretty much the same price no matter where you get it, even whatever size you get. But the cheapest place I did find by literally pennies was Walmart. Toilet paper, are you ready? That was my drum roll. Toilet paper is cheapest at Costco. Yes, I did the Great Toilet Paper Challenge of 2018. I will leave a link. Costco is the cheapest cost per wipe. Yes, it's the cheapest cost per wipe because you have moisture breakthrough, people. Scott tissue is not the cheapest. Don't even tell me Scott tissue is the cheapest. I know, I did the Great Toilet Paper Test 2018. Scott Tissue was actually the most expensive toilet paper. Well, second from the top of 15 toilet papers I tested, Scott was actually more expensive. So, cost per wipe, guys, moisture breakthrough is a real thing. And if you have to use more TP, it is not cheaper. But Costco's did not have as much moisture breakthrough, and the cost per wipe was cheapest, and Costco is the cheapest for toilet paper. Last but not least, canned meats. Now, I see this one recommended all the time for Costco, and it's actually significantly more expensive at Costco than it is Walmart. If I get canned meats, I stock up at Walmart. Tuna and chicken and roast beef are all significantly, and I'm talking $2 to $3 cheaper than Costco. So Walmart is a place to get your canned meats. Guys, do your research. Don't just assume something is cheaper. Costco has some great deals, but not everything is cheaper, especially if you're trying to save money and start an emergency stockpile. One of the best ways to know for sure if you're getting the cheapest price on groceries is to have a price book. Now, I have a printed version of this. You can just use a notebook if you want, but let me show you real quick. So, in the price book, it lists the food, and then it has 3 stores. And what you do is when you find this particular food, you write the store up here, and then you put the price of the food. So let's say this week I saw peppers for $4 at Walmart. I would write Walmart right there, and I would put for $4. But then I went over to Save a Lot, and I found them 5 for $1. So then I would know 5 for $1 is my stock up price because it's cheaper. Now, the T and H stands for the cheapest price that me and my former assistant are able to find. So this here is just the goal that you want to reach for. You may not necessarily get it this cheap, or you may get it cheaper in your part of the country, but this is just kind of a guideline. But we have 3 spaces for 3 stores. Don't overwhelm yourself going to a ton of stores, but a price book, is the best way to figure out your prices. We have this in our store at livingonadime.com. We have a freebie for you guys. Dining 1 is the coupon code to use to get our Dining on a Dime cookbook ebook for free. Put the coupon code in the little box and hit apply, and it will be $0 for you, because we want everybody to have a copy of our cookbook for their emergency stockpile. So you can just print it out and put it in a binder, and you've got it. It is large, almost 600 pages, so it's large, but it has everything you need to make your own homemade taco seasonings, crackers, whatever you need in an emergency. Please visit us at livingonadime.com.